We're also going to turn to our Chris Brown. He is in Jerusalem and he's monitoring some of that reaction from Israel. So, Chris, what have we been hearing in reaction to some of those comments from the U.S. president?
Well, Trump made his announcement about the ceasefire while most people here and everywhere in the Middle East were sleeping at about 2:30 in the morning. And it was many hours, in fact, before we actually heard any kind of confirmation from Israeli officials that this thing might be real. And that's what Donald Trump is talking about, because in that interim period, there was a lot of kinetic activity, shall we say, a lot of bombing going on, especially by the Israelis in Tehran. So a short time ago, Israel's Prime Minister's office released their version, if you will, about what happened. I'll just read a few lines from it. The ceasefire, it says, was set for 7 a.m. this morning. At 3 a.m., Israel forcefully attacked the heart of Tehran, struck regime targets, eliminating hundreds of Basij and Iranian security force personnel. It goes on to say, shortly before the ceasefire was due to take effect, Iran launched a barrage of missiles, one of which took the lives of 4 of our citizens in Beersheba. Then the ceasefire took effect at 7, and then there were 3 other missiles fired, according to Israel, one at 7:06 and a couple of others at 10:25. And those are the ones that Defense Minister Israel Katz vowed a very strong response from. And that's what prompted Donald Trump to pick up the phone and call Benjamin Netanyahu and say stop, and then come out and have his F-bomb moment in front of the helicopter. So that's what happened. Now, what's going to happen going forward is a different kind of a battle. It's going to be a battle of narratives, I think, each side trying to position this ceasefire as a win. So what we're hearing from the Israelis is that Benjamin Netanyahu's office calling this a tremendous success, that 2 existential threats were dealt with. One, Iran's nuclear weapons, the fact that there will not be nuclear weapons from Iran, and also the ballistic missile program has also been badly damaged. Those themes were picked up by the country's president, Isaac Herzog, as he toured that impact site later in Beersheba. Let's have a listen.
What we have done successfully in this operation is to remove the Iranian nuclear threat looming above Israel, the region, and the free world.
Now, we've also heard a counter-narrative from the Iranians. They're spinning this the other way. They're saying that Israel was forced to accept defeat in this. A comment from the Supreme Leader, the Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, posted on social media. He said, "We will not surrender to any aggression." So showing defiance for internal purposes, to show the Iranian population that, look, we're here, we survived, and we made them back down.
Chris, when we're talking about the ceasefire here, how likely do you think it is that it will hold? What is it looking like at this point?
Well, wars have proven to be, Hillary, much easier to start than to end here, and there have been a lot of attempts at ceasefires around Israel's borders in the last 18 months or so, and the record is really quite poor. In Lebanon, involving Hezbollah, Israel and Hezbollah signed an agreement, but Israel is still occupying parts of southern Lebanon, and we're still seeing strikes on different Hezbollah targets in and around the Beirut area as well. We know that Israel then moved into southern Syria. Those 2 countries weren't actually at war even, but Israel is also occupying parts of southern Syria. And of course, in Gaza, there have been a couple of ceasefires there. Israel has acknowledged it broke the last one because it was not satisfied that there was going to be a path, or would be a path, for Hamas to be removed from power. And of course, we all know just how awful and horrible that war is there. Iran is in the weaker position. It probably has more incentive to follow through on this, but there may also be some political incentives for Israel as well. Already, local media are talking here that this could be Benjamin Netanyahu's re-election ticket. There's lots of talk about a snap election, and if that's the case, that would likely give him and his political supporters a pretty good reason to want to see this ceasefire through.
Chris, as always, we appreciate all of the reporting. The CBC's Chris Brown for us in Jerusalem.